第一个问题就是，我们很想了解一下，这个太极侠就是从刚才的发布会也知道，就说筹备了7年之久嘛，然后就是，是不是中间遇到了很多困难，然后说所以才历时这么长的时间
？First, I want to thank you for coming and to be on the program with the Sena.com. And she wants to know that whether or not you guys ran into any obstacles while prepping for this movie. That's why it took 7 years, or the reason.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on the show. The Tai Chi Sha is a passion project for me. And we worked on developing the script for about over 5 years. And it was a very joyful, creative process.
谢谢能邀请来到你们的节目。然后呢，提到刚刚的7年的时间，主要是因为他们在剧本开发这一部分就是花费了5年。然后呢，这个东西对于他来说是一个非常有激情的一件事情，所以并没有说遇到困难才导致7年才开始拍摄。
那整个就是说，后来在中国从2010年开始进行一些签约呀，包括就选景等等的那种合作的，慢慢就开始拍摄制作的部分了嘛。然后进行的顺利嘛？就是当时因为从那个时候起，国内的媒体就已经非常关注这部片子进展的情况了。
She was wondering, since 2010, you guys came here and started doing the contract process and scouting. Has it been smooth since then? Because she knew that a lot of media were already drawn to attention that you were here in China.
It's been really extraordinary in the sense that I don't know if what we did has been done before. To have Mandarin, Cantonese, and English in a very modern, contemporary kung fu movie. And without the cooperation with everyone involved and the support, it couldn't have been made. So it was really great to have the support of CFG here in China and to give us the opportunity to tell this story.
他意思是说，这个电影没有大家的支持是不可能完成的，所以他非常感谢中影集团能提供这一些支持和帮助来把这个片子完成。因为导演说他不知道以前有没有这样子的模式拍过的一个片子，又包括了国语，又包括了广东话，又包括了英文，然后又拍摄是一个现代的戏，而且又是功夫题材的，真是非常谢谢大家。
Tai Chi Sha is very special, very unique.
很期待
太极侠非常非常独特，而且呢非常非常有魅力。
另外就是我们看到好多好莱坞的演员，然后就是涉足去自己做导演，然后就是我不知道金主先生他是说也是想证明自己这方面的能力呢，还是说确实有一个很冲动的表达的欲望。
She was wondering that there's been more and more Hollywood actors that turn director. Is this something more of a passion for you that you want to tell the story, or is this something that you want to prove that you have the ability to direct as well?
I don't think you can direct something unless you have a passion for it. In this project, I originally wasn't going to be the director, but over the course of the years, the story became more and more inside me until finally I saw it, and so I had to do it.
他说对于他来说，这个故事一开始他并不是想要以导演的身份出现的，但是因为剧本就花费了5年的时间，然后呢慢慢的这个故事在他的内心就发芽了，然后他看到自己完全有能力把这个故事很好的体现出来，所以他才当导演。
那现在马上这个片子今年可能就要跟大家见面了，然后就是那作为导演他的心情是怎么样？会不会说像学生交考卷一样，就是压力很大
？She's saying that the film is going to be introduced on the big screens this year to the Chinese audience. How do you feel? Do you feel like a student turning in his final exam at the school? I'm very excited. I hope
I guess with any storyteller, you hope to entertain, So I hope that people enjoy the film. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
他的意思是他非常激动，然后呢，但是也有点紧张。但是作为一个讲故事的人来说呢，他能希望大家看到他眼睛里的故事。
这个片子涉及到这么多的投资方，然后可能将来也是一个全球化运作发行的这样的一个片子，然后就是它有没有一个对全球票房的期望，就是大概是一个什么样的数字或者怎么样
？She's saying that since it's involved investors and distribution, it's involved multiple parties. It's probably going to be a worldwide release. Do you have any expectations to the box office worldwide?
I hope it's good. Because the box office means that people went to see the film and that they had a good time, a good experience. And, I hope that, I just hope that people enjoy the film, all over the world. My intention is part of my hope. And it was to make a film, about Chen Hu, the character Chen Lin Hu, and the story in Beijing and Hong Kong that could be relevant here, but also be something that people could take away anywhere in the world.
导演说他当然希望票房会很好，但是票房其实就是代表了大家去电影院，然后喜欢看这部电影。对于他来说呢，其实真的是想要在这个陈林虎这个演员上套，让大家观众们可以发掘到自己的一些东西，而不是只是在北京和香港发生的一个故事。
然后这次片子里头请了很多的那种就华语演员嘛，然后但是金宇先生他从小虽然有中国的血统，但是他成长的环境其实并不是在一个华人的环境当中成长起来的，就是说这个会不会对自己就是文化上表达上有一个困难呢？他为什么要挑战这样一个表达方式呢
？She's saying that this film you work with all Chinese actors and actresses, but growing up, she's pretty sure that you didn't grow up around a lot of Chinese people. So has it become any difficulties that you reach dealing with this culturally, and do you see it as a challenge that you wanted to accomplish?
Yeah, it was for me. It was really exciting, to get to know people. I relied a lot on the actors, just for any of the situation, feedback. So it was very collaborative. It was important for me to have everything feel authentic, and I spent some time here before we started filming, and spent some time with Chen Hu, and just trying to listen and to watch and take things in.
对于他来说当然是一个挑战，但是呢，他也希望能吸收更多的中国本地的这种感觉，然后就是更接地气一下，所以更多的时间他是花在听大家在说什么，而且这样子他可以吸收。
但是我们大家会想，就是说第一次当导演应该会拍一个比如说熟悉的题材，或者说熟悉的身边人的故事这一类的东西。
She's saying that usually a first-time director will take on a genre that's something more local to them.
That's what makes Tai Chi Sha so special.
他的意思，这所以是为什么这片子会这样的有它的独特的地方。
There's something about also with filmmakers. Oftentimes, directors will come from the outside, and that they can observe, and they can see, and they can feel things that they can, that perspective can also be the way inside, And I feel that this was the case for me. And having worked so long on the story with Chen Hu and with his partner Da Xingzong, You know, I was speaking with someone from the inside and listening and but also had the outside point of view. And I think that takes place in the film. There's a lot kind of watching and inside.
对于导演来说，这一次呢是有客观和主观两个视角，因为他作为一个外来人呢，他可以从客观的角度看到全盘发生的事情，但是呢，因为5年的时间一起开发剧本，一起跟当地的这些人去了解这种情况的时候呢，又让他给了一个主观的视角，能同时看到这个。
我们知道华语片那个就是领域当中，就是有很多优秀的导演，像徐克导演，包括陈晓东导演等等的，就是他们其实包括周星驰导演也拍了一些跟功夫有关的片子。他们其实，在就是这一块肯定是有自己的优势的，从小可能是这种文化熏陶出来。相比之下，那金李维斯先生他的优势是什么东西呢？然后就是如果跟这些华语片的功夫片的导演相比的话
，she's saying that there are a lot of Hong Kong directors that basically grew up in these kung fu movies. People like Stephen Chow.
Right.
They fit their own flavor in their martial arts movie.
Yes.
She was wondering, what do you see as an advantage over theirs, or the difference over theirs?
Yeah, certainly not an advantage. I think very different styles. The hope for me, specifically for the kung fu fights, were to treat them as character development. You know, we follow Chen Hu's character, and I wanted to have the kung fu fights be a character development, that we could see him change. And so I thought that was really how I wanted to do it. So there's a lot of the camera style was kung fu in terms of wide, but there was also kind of, the camera had coverage that would almost be typical, you know, in a way, not for that, you know. I mean, it's Chinese story, you know. We came here about someone who lived in Beijing, and you know, other characters who were in Hong Kong, and you know, for us it was, the story was here, you know, so we just looked for, you know, partners that were here, you know, kind of just making a movie.
因为这部电影跟很多其他电影可能不太一样，因为他们一开始剧本开发的时候呢，这个故事已经定型了，就是讲一个发生在中国的事情它不能放在世界任何其他的一个国家，所以呢，他们来这边找合作伙伴，能帮他们给一些支撑，给一些协助，然后这个故事才成型。
然后这个片子叫太极侠嘛，然后就是我们刚才也看到了李维斯先生他的展示了一些他的功夫，然后另外就是我们很想了解他对太极这2个字是怎么理解的，另外就是说他懂不懂说话打太极是怎么样的一个意思，因为我们感觉他说话也挺圆滑的。
She's asking what is your views about the 2 words Tai Chi, and whether or not do you understand the term of doing Tai Chi while speaking.
I don't. In terms of Tai Chi while speaking, what does that mean?
It's like someone asks you a question and you kind of defer it.
Oh, that, yes. Take their energy and transformation. Energy coming toward you, giving back. Yes, I mean, you know, there is the idea if someone comes at you with force, that you don't go back with force. That you go back and you take their energy and you go soft style. So I understand that.
然后他对太极的理解就是，太极你不能硬扛，别人发力的时候呢，你要借他的力然后他说就是刚刚您说的这个说话打太极，他一开始不是特别了解，但是他现在大概明白什么意思了。
运用的很好，感觉。然后另外就是我们听。